All right, so if you saw Top Gun Maverick, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That opening scene, wow. You've got this top secret pilot pushing a jet to the absolute edge. An aircraft so fast, it just feels like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. But here's the kicker. How much of that sci-fi is actually becoming, well, science fact? And this right here, this is the Darkstar. In the film, it's this crazy scramjet-powered plane that's designed to hit the unbelievable speed of Mach 10. We're talking 10 times the speed of sound. I mean, it's just a stunning piece of movie magic. So that's what we've got to ask, right? Is this thing just a really cool Hollywood prop, a bit of cinematic wizardry, or, and this is the big question, is something very similar being built for real, tucked away in some top secret hangar? Okay, to figure that out, we need to step away from the movies and dive into the real world of physics. Because you see, getting a plane to fly hypersonic, that's anything over Mach 5, is, no joke, one of the biggest, toughest engineering puzzles out there. And it really all comes down to three huge, and I mean huge, roadblocks. First up, you've got to deal with just insane levels of heat. Second, you need an engine that's, well, completely revolutionary. And third, you somehow have to figure out how to just steer the thing when it's moving faster than a bullet. So let's talk about that heat. I mean, once you get to Mach 6 and faster, the friction from the air is so intense, it literally heats the skin of the plane to over 1,000 degrees Celsius. That is hot enough to melt steel. So yeah, you can't just build this thing out of aluminum. You need these crazy, exotic, space-age materials just to stop it from basically vaporizing mid-flight. And you can really see how that heat problem completely changes the shape of the vehicle. Think about it. If you're coming back into the atmosphere, like the old space shuttle, you actually want a blunt, rounded nose. Why? To create drag and slow down without burning up. But if you're trying to stay at hypersonic speeds, you need the total opposite, a super sharp, sleek design that can just slice through the air with as little friction as possible. And here is a perfect real-life example. This is NASA's X-43A. Just look at how sleek and sharp that design is. This was a real, honest-to-goodness, unmanned hypersonic vehicle. And its shape, it's all about one thing, managing that insane heat and cutting down drag while it's screaming through the sky. All right, so then you have the whole problem of, well, just turning. At these speeds, physics is not your friend. A plane moving at Mach 10, it needs a turning radius of something like 120 kilometers. So we're not talking about a nimble fighter jet here. Forget about dogfighting. This is more like a bullet train in the sky, designed to get from point A to point B as fast as humanly possible. So, okay, let's say you figured out the heat and the steering. You still have to power this beast. And the problem here is, well, it's kind of beautiful in a crazy way. You have to keep a fire burning inside an engine while air is blasting through it faster than the speed of sound. The best analogy? It's literally like trying to light a match in the middle of a hurricane. And here's the really crucial part. No one engine can do it all. You actually need a whole series of them. You start with a regular turbojet to get you off the ground. That'll take you up to about Mach 3. Then a ramjet kicks in, but that engine starts losing its mojo above Mach 5. So to really hit those true hypersonic speeds, you need a third type of engine to take over, the scramjet. That's the one that can handle fire and a supersonic wind. Now, check out the difference here. On one side, you've got your standard turbojet engine, packed with all these complicated spinning fan blades. And on the other side, the scramjet. See that? There are almost no moving parts. It's really just a very, very cleverly shaped tube. It uses the plane's own ridiculous speed to force air inside and compress it, all without a single spinning blade. It's brilliant, really. This chart really lays it all out perfectly. You see, every type of engine, the turbofan, the ramjet, the scramjet, they all have their own sweet spot, a specific speed range where they work best. So to get from 0 all the way up to Mach 6 or more, you have to find a way to stick them all together into one combined cycle engine. And let me tell you, that is a massive, massive engineering challenge. Okay, so keeping all of that crazy physics in mind, let's circle back to where we started. Was the Darkstar in the movie just a bunch of Hollywood make-believe? Well, no. Not entirely. Turns out it was inspired by a very real and very classified program, the SR-72, also known as the Son of Blackbird. But this is where we need to draw a line between the movie and reality. In Top Gun, the Darkstar has a pilot, and it's trying to hit Mach 10. The real SR-72, though, it's designed to be an unmanned drone. And its job isn't just to be a test plane. It's being built for reconnaissance and maybe even strike missions. Oh, and its target speed? Still mind-blowingly fast, but a more down-to-earth Mach 6. And get this, the SR-72 is being built by the absolute legends over at Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works. You know, the same folks who gave us the original icon, the SR-71 Blackbird. The whole idea is for it to be a reusable aircraft that can do recon or hit a target, and they're hoping to get it into service sometime in the 2030s. Okay, and this is where the story gets just wild. The producer of the movie, Jerry Bruckheimer, said that the mock-up they built for the film was so realistic that the Navy told him China actually moved a spy satellite to get pictures of it. They thought it was a real top-secret American project. I mean, how crazy is that? The movie prop was so good it fooled a foreign intelligence agency. But you know, this whole thing is way bigger than just one airplane. The SR-72 is really a major player in a brand new global arms race. And in this race, the grand prize is pure, unadulterated speed. Because the thinking in military strategy is changing. There's this new mantra, speed is the new stealth. Think about it. The power to spot a target anywhere on the planet and hit it in less than an hour, before your opponent can even blink. That is becoming every bit as important as being invisible on radar. And the US is definitely not alone here, not by a long shot. Russia claims they're working on systems like the Avangard, which they say can hit Mach 20. And China is all in on testing their DFZF, which is this hypersonic glider. This isn't just a side project for these countries. It is a full-blown global race to the top. But of course, this kind of game-changing technology comes with a game-changing price tag. The Congressional Budget Office crunched the numbers, and they figured that getting and maintaining just 300 of these hypersonic missiles would cost almost $18 billion over 2 decades. That is way more expensive than the ballistic missiles we already have. So what started as a cool scene and a Hollywood blockbuster is now driving real-world tech. We're literally watching science fiction become science fact right in front of us. And that leaves us with a pretty big question to chew on. Is this amazing jump in technology a celebration of human cleverness, of us pushing the limits of what we can do? Or is it just the beginning of a new chapter, one that just creates faster and maybe even more dangerous battlefields?